Hi, so it's me again, Lovejoy. What do I want to talk about? You all know my background, nursing, and considering my field of work within the colorectal services, it's Bowel Cancer Awareness Month. Yay! So I just want to share a little bit, just a brief overview or to basically give you some awareness on bowel cancer. I know there's been so many anxieties and uncertainties, especially with the current ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Everybody's panicking, people are living in fear, and so a lot of focus and much emphasis has been placed on the coronavirus, and lots of stuff like bowel cancer has been put on hold, you know, but then bowel cancer still lives on. People are still developing bowel cancer as we speak, and diagnostics at the moment is a bit slow because of the whole coronavirus and trying to prevent and avoid the spread of it. Regardless of that fact, bowel cancer is basically cancer affecting the colon. The colon is basically the large bowel. So, what are some of the signs and symptoms of bowel cancer? There's rectal bleeding. So, if you have bright red rectal bleeding, that could be an indication of bowel cancer, especially in the lower part of the bowel. You could have this in combination with other symptoms or on its own. So the symptoms that I'm going to talk about are symptoms that you can have individually or you can have in combination with other symptoms to indicate bowel cancer. Although it is not always an indication of bowel cancer, it could be due to other bowel diseases like diverticular disease, irritable bowel syndrome, or irritable bowel disease like Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. But then the symptoms are sort of similar. So don't panic if you have such symptoms. For all you know, it could just as well be some other benign bowel disease other than a bowel cancer. However, it's also useful to be aware of the potential signs and symptoms of bowel cancer, which shows similar symptoms in terms of other bowel diseases as previously mentioned. So the symptoms include rectal bleeding, which I've already talked about. There's diarrhea and constipation, or alternated bowels between diarrhea and constipation. So you could have diarrhea one day, constipation the other day. It may alternate, or you could as well just have diarrhea, or you could have constipation on its own. So rectal bleeding, diarrhea, constipation, weight loss. Weight loss could be an indication of bowel cancer, although weight loss could be indicative of other diseases or other cancers like lung cancer and cancer affecting some other part of the body. But it is also one of the symptoms of bowel cancer, and usually weight loss with another bowel symptom like rectal bleeding, diarrhea, constipation can be quite significant. With weight loss, I'm talking about unintentional weight loss, not just weight loss or intentional weight loss when you've been going to the gym, cutting out certain foods from your diet, trying to lose weight. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about unintentional weight loss. So you losing weight without any effort. Now, the weight loss also needs to be significant, quite significant. So if you're losing, people lose 1-2 kilos on a daily basis, all right, that could be insignificant, although it could be significant on occasions. However, if you're losing about let's say 5 kilos in a week or 5 kilos in a month, then that could count as significant weight loss. So these are things to be mindful of. Abdominal pain as well. Sometimes abdominal pain on its own or abdominal pain in combination with some of the other bowel symptoms like rectal bleeding, diarrhea, constipation as previously noted, and or weight loss. There is also anemia. So if you, for whatever reason, your doctor carries out a blood test on you which comes back as anemic, then, or if you're low in iron or you've got low hemoglobin levels, then again, depending on how low your blood hemoglobin levels are or your iron levels are, that could also be indicative of bowel cancer. Am I missing anything else? There could be an abdominal lump. If you feel a lump on tummy anywhere that is unexplained, again, make sure you do get in contact with your doctor. That could be quite significant. If you have any mass from your anal region, from the back passage, so if you have anal mass, anal ulceration, anything at all, just get it checked, because it might be worth getting it checked out. It could be anything or it could be nothing, but better safe than sorry. So just have it checked. If you have any of the symptoms that I have mentioned and you're worried, the symptoms, again, it's not just having a one-off symptom. I'm talking about continuous symptoms. So if you're having these symptoms and it's continuous, intermittent, over a period of time, then again, it's something, let's say for over 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and it's persistent, then it's worth getting it checked out. Now, with the COVID-19, trying to avoid the spread of the virus and everything, especially talking from a UK background, as you would be aware, a lot of elective hospital cases have been postponed and put on hold. So it may, it's taken more longer to have investigations and tests carried out. So one other thing your GP or your doctor can do for you is to carry out a FIT test, which is a fecal immunochemical testing. It's basically a stool test to check for very minute traces of blood in your stool, which, if comes back positive, could be indicative of bowel cancer. But then the values are quite important as well, because if the values are very low, if it's negative, obviously you've got a very low chance. So if the value is quite low, then that could be indicative of some other bowel diseases, like I previously said, maybe diverticular disease, irritable bowel disease, and things like that. If the value is quite high, very high, extremely high, usually I would say maybe above 150 and on, then that could, mean a greater chance of bowel cancer. So worth having it checked out. So if you can't get hospital testing, diagnostic testing with a camera going through your back passage to have a look inside your bowel, then the FIT test is the other way to go. Maybe having those discussions with your doctor about sending you for the test and taking it forward. So that is all I'm going to tell you about bowel cancer today. I'll come back with another video and tell you a bit more. Yes, and if there's any specific questions or you have any thing you want to know about bowel cancer, again, just drop me a comment and I will make a video to address those specific comments. So until then, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Take care. Bye.